Hey everyone, welcome! Today we're gonna play some Stonehearth and I want to show you guys a new building that I've been designing, which I hope you're gonna like, but I do have like two different versions of these and I'm gonna show you guys both of them that I've been working on. So if we go inside of here, I'm gonna show you guys. So I was working on a windmill and this is the result of what I did. So it's a pretty big one. Get a spinning wind sail. You can get this mod directly now on the Steam Workshop. So you can get a wind sails. There are two different versions of it. There's this one and then we also do have the basic one, the wind sail. This is from the beginning from Cafe Mod. But seeing these two like next to each other, I gotta say like this one is so much better than this one. But it's good to have two different options. That's pretty awesome. So this is what I made here. I have to work a little bit on the inside. So the inside I haven't really done much, so we have to do rework there. Probably gonna have some sort of storage, and it really depends on like how advanced we want to make it. But then I thought like maybe we should have like a smaller variation, and that was when I kind of made this one. Which, as you can see, they are pretty similar, and I'm kind of leaning towards doing this one. So what I did really was that I deleted the top here, removed everything that was pretty much up here. Then I just combined the roof there, and it became this thing. So let me know, guys, if you think we should be using this one or if we should be using the taller one. I think both look pretty nice, but I'm kind of leaning towards using this a smaller one. I don't know, it just feels a little bit better to me. So then where would we want to have the farm? Like currently we have a farm sitting over here where we have a few crops growing, and Yaquez is patrolling. Very good of you, man. But I'm gonna relieve you of your patrolling and you can go and do mining or harvesting, whatever you need to do, and even building. Looks like he's gonna gather some nuts, so that's pretty awesome. Very nice, we can make more food with that. So the farm area that I'm leaning towards doing is that we will do something over here. And we will make some irrigation with moving water over, because water do affect your crops if you play with ACE, which is pretty awesome. So you can see, for example, our pumpkins here, they want to have anything between 16 and 32 in water. And currently we do have 54. And the reason for this is both that we have water here, but it's also because you can see the weather. We get rain. Fair reduced sunlight levels excessively increase the humidity. Vision rate is reduced and unsheltered halflings and pasture animals get soaking wet. So this also do affect the farm, so that's not much we can do. I think it's the good level within 16 and 32 when it's not raining. So that will help crops grow faster pretty much, which is pretty nice. A little bit faster is always awesome. So we get a little goblin here. I'm gonna send Yaquez over. That should be a pretty easy fight. Shouldn't be too hard. But it's kind of leaning towards for me to like get a second soldier. And let's see, I do not have anyone named Frank yet. I'm gonna be naming Frank. He's my first member ever on YouTube, so I'm really satisfied and really happy about that Justin S decided to become a very first member here. And by the way, this weekend I'm most likely going to be live streaming over on YouTube. I'm going to give YouTube streaming a try, so if you're interested in that, I will most likely be throwing a live stream during the weekend. I haven't decided which day it's going to be yet, but there will be like an event with a countdown, so before it happens, you will be able to see how many more hours it's going to be until the live stream gets live pretty much. And if there's something specific you want to see in the live stream, I would suggest to give me suggestions like, do you want me to play like Rise Children? Do you want me to play Northern Alliance? Do you want me to play Nordlings, the Vikings? Or any kingdom or any biome like the Canyon, the Archipelago, or the Midgard Forest? So do let me know if there's any specific biome and a specific kingdom that you want me to play, and if there's maybe a mod that you have seen like BANTO where you're not using this mod, feel free to suggest mods as well. So we got a daily update. I'm hoping to get someone that has a really good body. Like a good spirit would also be good, because I'm thinking of getting our very first future tank. Monty Rain. Okay, let's see. 160 health, that should be a good body. Okay, free body. So this could work maybe as a tank. The more body you have, the more health they will have and more damage dealt. But at the same time, free, I think it should be probably good enough. I guess we could wait a little bit more. But at the same time, I want to have another soldier soon. But the Valkyrie could probably become a soldier and later an archer. And Varric is most likely gonna be an... He might be our lord, or he's gonna be our second footman, because footmans are really awesome as well, because they do have really good damage, they have cleave attack and pretty decent armor. But Valkyrie, I'm thinking that you will be one of our future archers. We can have more than one. So let's see, do we have a sword ready? Okay, we need to make a sword. Ooh, another bird. This time, kind greetings at last. I can see your settlement in person. You've developed even faster than anticipated. You should be proud. Thank you. I came out personally to help you and your last step towards being a true settlement of the ascendancy. You've grown large enough now that it's time to choose what hearth shall represent your town as in tradition. Indeed, hearths have served as shining beacons towns all the way back to the Phoenix Empire. Their glow attracts settlers and prosperity, and the particular qualities of the chosen hearth reflects where the town finds its value. For instance, a hearth of cheer is for those who believe that the town's value is found in being a happy home for its citizens. A hearth of makers, on the other hand, is for those who believe that the town's value is in its work, and that its work is best measured in gold. Finally, the hearth of glory is for those who believe that the destiny is to stand strong in a hostile world, as the Night Seed did at the founding of the Ascendancy. Sounds heroic. A choice. Cheer, glory, makers, the choice is entirely yours. Envision what your town will one day be and follow that beacon into the future. So we have 3 different options here, and for this town I'm gonna go a different path. Normally when I play Stonehearth for videos or live streams, most of the time I go for makers. This one is really... I would say this is one of the easiest ones to do. But it's also pretty nice because generates 5% daily interest on any gold coins you have on hand up to 300 per day. And it also boosts the daily update net worth based on the gold coins on hand, and it's really easy to do this one. Hearth of Glory is also really fun because this one allows you, as it says, allows summoning increasingly difficult enemies to prove your mettle. Each rank defeated will boost the daily update net worth, and the cool thing with this one is that you can get so much loot from destroying enemies. But I'm kinda leaning towards this one, a Hearth of Cheer. This one is pretty interesting. So this one boosts the daily update net worth based on overall morale of your citizens. Each day brings a new random buff for your town folk. I think this one, the random buff, is pretty awesome. And it's also nice that we have to try to make our people happy, so it can be considered, I would say, a little bit harder than the other two. And we're gonna be happy people, hopefully. So we need to have at least 11 of us, content pretty much everyone in town. Then we have to have prepared food, and 5 citizens has to be merry. So we have to try to make people happy pretty much. And to make people happy we can get them good houses, make them stay warm and go around wet too much, and give them good food and all that good stuff. So there are a few things we can do. And also try to not be in too cramped environment. But back to the windmill here. So the idea is that I will probably be doing it over here. Some irrigation with water flowing through. And I'm gonna put it out just to kind of illustrate kind of what I want to do with this. So for example, this windmill, it could be maybe sitting here. Or here, let's see, is this too close to town? I think it could be good. Let's go having it that way. Then I also saw suggestions to kind of have farms around this, and I think that's a good idea. That's kind of how I remember it being in, I think it was Age of Empires 2, Age of Kings. and maybe even in Rise of Nations. Two really good old games. So the idea now would be that we would build farms around this and try to have like the same distance. And we just keep adding them around, but we also gotta make sure that we have enough space for irrigation. But this looks like a pretty nice spot. We are gonna have to remove or move around the trapping grounds to get to the newest spots, so we might as well do so already, so we don't have to move them later. And we want to have a place with a lot of trees, and this looks like a pretty good spot. So this one, we're gonna trap some wild game, some small animals, some bunnies. And let's do another one. Let's do a small one over here. So currently have 3, we can still have this one. This one will still be fine. For now, probably gonna remove it later. I guess we may as well do it already. So we don't keep those old stuff and fix it as fast as we can. I wonder if these bushes, what the wilderness level would be. I can't even... Okay, I took the wrong one. I wonder where that would be. Very wild, okay. Very wild bush field. Oh, that's pretty good. So 5 of them are providing quite a good amount of wilderness for the small game. Like I said, when you go for big game, it's probably gonna drop down and not be considered very wild anymore. Probably gonna be somewhat wild, but we will see when we get there. Oh, look at that, guys. We got our first dig out golem. So let's put him down. That's gonna be our first one. So this cool little fellow here, he's gonna be able to go around and do some mining around our town. Now I will be naming this little fellow here. So this guy is gonna be named Irvin, requested by Irwin Trass. And I will be naming more golems, so if I haven't responded and said that you are in the name list and you have given a name suggestion before, feel free to drop names for golems, because we are gonna have a lot of golems. We can have a different variation of different golems. So currently we have some looter golems, now we're getting some dig out golems. So this is our first digger, and they are pretty awesome. Just look at this bad boy. They're pretty awesome. So let's name this guy Irvin. There we go. Welcome to town. Hope an amazing time here, man. And later, if you haven't seen this series, I'm not sure how much you guys have seen who's watching, but we will be getting some more auto golems later. We will be getting farm golems that can help with gathering things. You can even help at the farm with picking up whatever you grow there. And then we have a hammer golem that will perform building tasks, and it's gonna be super useful. And we can also do some turret auto golem. That would be kind of nice, actually. Some basic protection. Shoot at enemies from a distance. I don't know how much health they have, but it might be actually worth to do to them. But as you can see, they do cost a good amount of resources. Like 20 stone, 10 wood, and 2 in iron ore. So it is quite expensive. It's probably not as good as the engineer turret, but the thing is that we can have them early on, but they are pretty expensive and also take a long time to craft. If you want to get this mod, get the Auto Golems Guns mod on the Steam Workshop. So I'm gonna do 2 of them because we have the resource to do so. But I see that we do need to gather a little bit more wood, so let's see what we can chop down without ruining our farm fields or our trappers and stuff. So I'm just gonna chop a little bit of oak trees over here. Might not want to go fully next to them because these guys up here, they might get angry and want to start shooting some darts on us. We don't want to get the darted, so let's harvest some here instead. And I guess we could replant a few oak trees just so we have them ready for next time. So something like that. We can put an old big tree here as well. Sometimes I also like to put them inside of our town to decorate. But I wonder, it might be some better tree. We only have chestnut and oak at the moment. I guess we can do a chestnut tree. Like, I'm really looking forward at the moment to get a bigger town and really start to do decorations. Okay, we got an armed goblin. That should be hopefully pretty easy. Come on, Footman, you can do it, man. I believe in you. But yeah, we should look into getting that blacksmith so we can get some better weapons. Let's do that right after this little fellow gets defeated. Where are you going, man? I think this guy is just gonna poof away. When you see enemies run like this, they mostly just come up to your camp and then they just... Yeah, there we go. That's what happens. So I want to check out the cook first before we do anything with the blacksmith, because we should be able to cook quite a few things. I have been trying to do the broth a bit because it's pretty good. It will make your people warm, but it also is a good food. It provides for quite filling meals. Compared to, for example, savory meat stew that only do 6 meager meals. So it really depends, like, if we can do this one, it would be pretty nice, but we don't have the bones, and Rattling the Goblin still wants our bones, so I think we might as well do some savory meat stew for now, and we can do some more tasty vegetable. And we can put this to maintain, that's how I normally do it, but for now we're gonna do it this way. And we do have some basket of nuts here, so that's something we can craft with these. And I think I said it in an episode recently that this one didn't have any like meager meals. That's because this one is actually a preparation for the cooked nuts, so you pretty much make these baskets. And we already have 9 of them, and I do not know if there's any other use than doing this, so for that reason I'm gonna be doing some cooked nuts, and we might as well do all of them, shaven and tenderly cooked edible seeds like pines and acorns. So that should be pretty good, so nice, easy to make food. And later we might want to do some roast sausages, but we do need a stone oven, and Banto also have to go up to a level 5 cook before we can do that one. We do have the oven queued up, so that's good, and later we can make some nice drinks. And the drinks we're probably gonna start with is gonna be... I really like to do tea drinks though, but we might start with a bucket of bear juice. So this one will enjoy the delicious fruit beverage, willpower and compassions are increased. The crafting is slightly faster, which is pretty awesome. This one is also only a level 2, so it's pretty easy to do. So I'm gonna put this one on maintain, and I'm gonna put it at the top. But we also have to make sure we craft this one, and to get this one we have to get a blacksmith to do copper ingots. So let's see who could be our blacksmith. I think our new person can probably be the blacksmith, right? So this is gonna be Yannick. Requested by Johnny Pro. Welcome to our town, man. Hope you're having a good time, dude. Okay, let's reload UI. Sometimes that happens. I haven't seen it happen quite a lot often, but it's nothing severe going on there. Look at this cozy stuff going on here with the fishing. Looks so cozy. All this small little detail, and I'm happy that we made some cattail. And I'm gonna harvest them, and why I want to do that is to be able to get some more seeds, because with the herbalist, when we get it later, we should be able to make more seeds if I remember. They might even drop seeds directly without using herbalist. So that's gonna be nice. Our barn is coming along nicely. We can have some food in that one. So Yannick, I'm thinking that you will be my blacksmith. We do need to get a herbalist soon. I might actually make a very cult my herbalist. Later he might be... It's just that I kind of want to have an herbalist soon. That's the most reason. But I guess we could wait a little bit more and see if we get someone with like a really good spirit and a decent mind, but maybe not as awesome body as Varric has here. So we might wait a little bit longer. Maybe the next person. We'll check the next one. Okay, we need to do more building and get up the net worth. That's gonna come along soon, hopefully. Yannick is level 1 blacksmith. Okay, let's get him to do some work then. So we will need a furnace to get started, and a blacksmith crucible. Can be used for melting and working on metals or create alloys. And level 2 we can do the anvil. Used for the blacksmith to create the most of their goods. So something we definitely want to queue up is the night shield, which I'm gonna be having for Frank later. When we get a Frank to be the tank, it's gonna be then using the night shield to tank. And this is also some pretty cool thing. If you haven't used Ace, I will highly recommend to do so. Because with Ace you have these improvement tools which just makes the game so much more interesting, so much better, so much more progression. So for example, you can make a tool for the cook here and create a lighter and cleaner spoon that will improve the cook's efficiency. And what this means is that the cook will be cooking like quite a lot faster, and the better tools, the faster it would go. So for example, we have the workers iron tools, which I think is pretty awesome. Probably the workers tools is the most interesting part of this, because there's two different, you get the work iron tools and you also get the worker steel tools. And when you get the better ones, as it says here, increases the odds of mining better quality resources and substantially boosts their work speed when chopping, mining and building. So with ACE you have different quality of resources, and with these tools it's a higher chance to get higher resources. And with higher resources you will be crafting higher quality items. So for example if we want to make like a vault, we would benefit of having like high quality things. So that's a way we can get high quality items easier when we craft them. So we do have a little bit of copper ingot. We want to, I guess we can maintain, let's just maintain 5 of that. And we can maintain 5 tin. And then we can do 5 bronze. So we're sure that we are making our blacksmith busy. And we might also want to have some queue up to do a piece of charcoal. This one uses wood to get some of this fuel, which is nice. And let's have this one to maintain 6 of those. That should be pretty good. And we could also do a blacksmith sign. Sometimes I do these like very, very simple crafts early on because they give a good amount of XP. So you can reach level 2 faster. For example, doing this one only requires any ore and 1 log. So if you could pretty much only do blacksmith signs to get to level 2 if you want to. So let's see here, do we have our workbenches? Yes we do. We also have our turret, nice. I do not think we have a very good position for it, but at least we have the turret. And for now I might, I think I'm just gonna put it here for now. I could have put it next to all of our current places of things there, but I'm actually gonna drop it here. Yeah, so it's not gonna look as messy, because it's gonna end up being so many stuffs there later. But there we go, that should allow our blacksmith to work. And see, we also have the stone oven for my cook here, so Banto. Let's put it over here so Banto can do some delicious foods. I'm currently busy making some savory meat stew. And when we get that spoon, I'm gonna be able to cook food faster, which is pretty damn awesome. Very nice. So we do have the turret out again, and where do we want to place this one? I think it's kind of weak. I'm not sure how much damage it does, but I feel like it do have a low health. So enemies can probably be able to break this one quite easily. And as we don't have a wall or anything, like enemies can come from whatever direction they decide to. We might want to have it pretty close to the flag, so whenever we rally people, hopefully this won't be shooting. And I'm gonna have it a little bit of distance, maybe next to the road here. Most of our attacks has come from this area so far. And I see that the Irvin, our digging golem here, is not really doing anything, so we have to add some more digging, keep him busy. Big wildcats, okay, we're gonna check them out soon. They can be quite dangerous. So let's see here, we're gonna do like 11 by 11. That should be good. Let's actually do, it should be 10 by 11, yes, let's do that. And let's see if we can get some interesting shape going on down here. Do these sides look a little bit different? I guess I somehow made this one a little bit different. Let's see here. Between these we have 15 and between these we have 14. Okay. So we will do pretty much 11 there instead. Okay. So that should do pretty good, but we may as well do a little bit more digging. And we're mostly gonna have our auto golem digging down here, so. And the auto golem does not require anything, like they only work. They're such good people. They just work and yeah, they get things done pretty much. Let's go check out the wildcats. This should be pretty good for a while. And let's see, where do we have these guys? We gotta be careful with the golems, by the way, because as you can see, they only have 40 health. And the game doesn't really notify you when you get attacked, so we gotta have to be a little bit careful with them. Okay, there we got a wildcat on the roof, fighting my golem, just as I said it. So it might be that we're gonna lose this golem, unfortunately. Because that's like the worst position I can even think of. Okay, so we lost the golem. Rest in peace, golem. And we may as well use all of our people for this defense here, because these cats, I think they can be quite dangerous. So we're just gonna protect the town together. Smash them with a spoon and smash them with the hammers and the pickaxes or whatever you guys have available, or logs or whatever. But we do still have one golem. Fair is still alive. I think the one that died didn't have a name, so. But that's always sad when you lose something. And you can't really help them. When they die, so. Let's sell some slapfish. You're not gonna need those, I think. And we may as well buy some firewood. Then we can spend less time crafting that. Let's see how we doing with wood for now. It's going up a little bit. Stone. We're going down a little bit with the stone, but we're using a lot of it. Like this one is taking 20 stone. This one is taking 18 stone. So it's quite expensive stone for now, but I think we have Irvin, our golem, down here. Look at him. Doing a great, awesome job. That's pretty cool, and that also means if we do have someone that's like, oh, you're only mining, we can actually remove that for now. And he can focus on building, for example. But one thing for later on in the game is that it might be worth later to focus more on halfling mining, because if you have better tools later, you will be able to get high quality resources more often, because you have the good tools. Okay, this guy actually wanna fight us. That's nice. Here we go, battle is won again. So I'm feeling more and more that we need a herbalist very soon. We are gonna beat the next daily goal, so that's awesome. So that means we're gonna have 12 people. Here's some more battle. Okay, here's another little goblin. Ree the eager, Ree! Get him! Oh, did you see the turtle? Yes. A little bit sneaky shooting on him. I saw that it was just turning like pew, pew. And this one has, oh, so we can have 30 of these turrets. And oh wow, they have 1,000 uses, but I think it might work. I'm not entirely sure. I think that this kind of turret is like, when it shoots up that thing, I think it actually gets destroyed compared to engineer turrets, which have an engineer that go and repair it. I could be wrong, but we will see. Maybe Finder, the mod creator, will let us know in the comments. So let's do another turret with a little bit of distance. That should help. Ooh, the copper brewery. And we might actually have it indoor in this house. And maybe Banto can be here. I'm just claiming the first house, guys. And I were actually kind of redesigning this house in a new form, kind of. Like it looks the same pretty much, but I'm gonna show you guys kind of the difference between them. And I see I have a little bit more things to do like here, because the door was there before. But if you look at these houses here, there's like one room below and one room upstairs. So what I did was to divide the upper rooms. They are quite small, but I think it should be good enough. They also have windows, which hopefully will make it a little bit less cramped. And then we have a room down here, which is a nice little bookshelf. And the door has been moved to this side, so that allowed me to do this one to split them up to get more rooms. So there's like 3 different bedrooms. And you also do have some table here and some chairs, and we're gonna go eat next to the fireplace. So I think this is a pretty nice one when we build it. We might go with normal beds or no beds at all and decorate it later. But that was my kind of idea to make it a little bit better. So I'm just gonna fix what we got here. Just gonna pretty much fill in the colors. Here we go. And then what I like to do is to first I remove the one I had before. Then we just save it with the same name. So we're sure we delete the old one first. Let's see, how are we doing here? Are we stuck with anything? These houses do take quite a while to build. But I think it's gonna be worth it in the long run. I was also experimenting with some weird houses that I'm not entirely sure if I would use at all. But first, like, I had my windmill and then I started adding parts to it. And I kind of make this one is open in the top now, but then I also made this one. I don't know why, but for some reason it kind of reminds me a little bit of SNES Zelda Link to the Past. Like that bank or something. Let's see here, the windmill, I think I want to have it here. Let me know guys if we should have it here, I think it would be nice. But it feels like we should build this because it's kind of hard to place things, and I'm thinking that when we do water, we might leave like one space here next to the mill. So we can make water go around, but not every crop needs water. But we're probably gonna get water everywhere because the crops that doesn't need water doesn't hurt to have water next to it. So it's gonna be pretty nice. And we're also building this one at the same time, so it's taking a little bit longer. Let's see if we can queue up something, perhaps a future weapon, because we only have stone weapons at the moment. So we could do like an bronze mace, would be a little bit upgrade, and we can do an offhand bronze hatchet. We're currently dual wielding, so I'm just gonna make 2 of those. Make sure to go to the top, and they will require a little bit of bronze. They'll update, nice, we beat it guys. Fess Homer, okay. Come on, have a good spirit. Yes, there we go. I think that's gonna be our herbalist and future cleric. Because having a high spirit is good for healing, having a high spirit will increase the amount you heal. I'm gonna be naming this person Lynx. Nice name. And you're gonna be, like I said, you're gonna be our herbalist, our future cleric. So we're gonna like that, and I wonder, did we have an herbalist staff ready? Yes, we do. Oh, nice, we're gonna have a weaver also, but we gotta wait with that. There's so many professions I wanna get, but we only have as much halfling as we have. And since we're gonna need a lot of flowers, these daisies here are really good because they actually regrow. They spread out like you can see here. So I'm gonna harvest half of this field. And that will be a good amount of resources for our herbalist, which we are gonna get a workbench soon. And let me just see here, since I was building our road up the mountains, we wanted to scout around for tin, which we have here, so that's awesome. Here we go, and then we want to get copper. We do have some copper here, but do we have anything a little bit closer maybe? Sometimes even find them on the hills, but it doesn't look like we have it this time. So I'm gonna go up and that's a big vein. I'm gonna go for this one. So something like that should probably be good for now. Let's do a ladder. Remove that one, do a ladder there. And we may as well continue with the road here. Because we move way faster on roads, 3 times as fast, because we have the banner of cunning. So there we go, a nice little thin road. So we only have 2 workers, or 3 workers, okay? So it's gonna take a while to build our digging foundations, but we do have an mining golem, so that's pretty awesome. But we do also have other professions like the mason, footman can help with building if we put it there. And there's a lot of different professions that can actually help with building. Even the blacksmith can do so, if they are not busy doing their normal jobs. But guys, this is gonna be it for today with Stonehearth. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I feel like we're getting a lot of things done. We are probably gonna design some new buildings sometime soon, and I hope you guys like our windmill. Do let me know if we should do this one, the smaller one, or do you guys think we should do this one, the larger one? So let me know which one you guys want me to do, and I will decide based on what you guys vote for it. So guys, thanks for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode, and maybe in the live stream this weekend. So thanks for watching guys, hope you had a good time, and see you next time everybody.